I'll talk about this really fast. So, My Cause, My Cleats, which is an exciting thing, and exciting thing the NFL does, and all of us players get to be involved in, and everything else, and all the foundations we get to support, which I think is a brilliant idea for all of us to get involved with the community across the league. It's exciting because with Why Not You Foundation, Sierra and I's foundation, we're representing the Why Not You Foundation on the cleats. Sydney was the designer. She did an amazing job with them. And what we're doing is we're going to give all the proceeds to Friends of the Children, and I think also the Rainier Scholars we're going to help out with too as well, I believe. So it's a pretty exciting opportunity. And just so you guys know, Friends of the Children is a mentorship program which I actually got started with and connected with through Goodman Brand. When I created Goodman Brand, the idea was to give 3% of the proceeds to Why Not You Foundation so we could donate those to a foundation. So we found out Friends of the Children was a really cool foundation where they find mentors for these kids who are low-income families, kids who they say they're not going to graduate high school, not have a chance to go to college and everything. This mentorship program through the funds helps find a friend, a mentor, who helps guide them through kindergarten, middle school, all the way through high school until they get to college. So it's been an amazing program, and for Sierra and I and the Why Not You Foundation to meet some of these kids and actually personally see them go to college and just to spend time with them has been one of the coolest and most rewarding experiences to be a part of, not just through Goodman Brand, but through Why Not You Foundation, so many people supporting the Rainier Scholars. I got to do some cool things with the Rainier Scholars. CEO of Amazon, one of the CEOs of Amazon, Andy, me and him, we went to the Rainier Scholars and sat with some of the kids and spent a lot of time with the kids, a few hours with them. And there's these kids who are super smart and talented and just have these special gifts to be able to help change the world, and to be able to sit down with them and listen to their stories, to sit in the classrooms with them. Some of the best teachers come in and teach them, and it's a really cool program. So so excited about the My Cause, My Cleats and the Why Not You Foundation, what we're doing.
Can you describe the pictures on the...
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. I meant to show you guys up close and personal, but basically the one of one right here, that's the Friends of the Children. You got the Why Not You on the tongue, right? Why Not You Foundation. You have basically, Sydney did a really good job. I told her that I wanted to feel culturally diverse, the cleat. You got all different colors on here, from blue to green to pink to yellow to just everything to black. So you have so many different colors on here, brown, and it's really just to kind of highlight the uniqueness of the world, the uniqueness of children around the world, and just in our city, in Seattle, but also in the Pacific Northwest, across the country, and really anywhere in the world. So we really, Sierra and I always talk about the Why Not You Foundation, is really this thought process of the Why Not You attitude to help influence people, whether if you are trying to be a pro football player, or trying to be an entertainer, whether if you're trying to be a teacher, whether if you're just trying to simply go to college, whether if you have cancer, no matter what you go through, no matter if you have an eating disorder, no matter what, that the fundamental question that we all have to ask ourselves and motivate ourselves on is why not me? Why not you? Why not us? And so I think it's been a blessing just to meet and encounter so many different people around the world. And so I think that's that Why Not You attitude has helped influence me, Sierra, and just hopefully a lot of other people as well.
How old is Sydney?
Say again?
How old is Sydney?
Sydney is, I'm not sure how old, she's probably 25, something like that maybe. She's a designer, so she helped me paint. I'm not that good at drawing, so, so, why not me draw? Yeah, it's not a good idea. So anyway, so she helped me do that, and we spent some time together, and that was fun. And also, I'm not sure if I should say that as a little surprise. I think it's this week or next week, so I'm not sure if I should say. I'll wait on that part of it for the game. But so yeah, it involves kids, so it'll be cool.
You're old now. Do you feel old?
Yeah, I feel actually. I think the 30 is the new 20. I've heard. I'm feeling younger. I feel younger this morning when I woke up today than I did yesterday even. I know. I think it's having the zero at the beginning of it all, and just I feel great. I think that. Life has been such a blessing just to be able to experience. I think about my 20s and how many amazing things have happened in my 20s, and just you overcome things too as well. But a lot of great things, and just I'm grateful for just being able to be where I am right now, and just to play the game I love. To play on one of the best teams in the National Football League, to be one of 32 men in the world. 30s. I'm looking. I want to be better in my 30s than I was in my 20s. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm excited about that.
When you were Younger, did you have things like a list of things that you wanted to do by the time you were 30?
I always have, you know me, I've always kind of had lists and things I wanted to do. I wanted to be playing professional football. I wanted to be playing professional baseball. You know, there were some other things on there. You know, financially, you want to have goals and stuff like that. I think family-wise, I've always wanted to have several kids. You know, so to be blessed with 2 kids was one of the coolest things in the world. Just to be able to, like I said to you guys, like last week actually, just it's the greatest miracle, the greatest thing in the world that you get to spend time with your kids every day. And so, you know, and same thing with, you know, spending time with Sierra and our family and just together. It's such a blessing. So I'm grateful for that for sure.
Birthday cake guy?
Hopefully not this week because I've got some games left. But yeah, I'm more of a cookies and ice cream kind of guy than birthday cake. But you know, I'll indulge every once in a while.
Looking at the 49ers, what stands out to you about their defense?
You know, the thing about their defense is their front defensive linemen. You know, those 4 guys are really, really talented. Cassius Marsh as well, as he comes in and out of the game. You know, he's pretty special. I've had to play against him too many times in practice, and you know, he can make some plays and cause havoc. And but you know, across the board, they're really making a lot of havoc up front. I think too is obviously Sherm is as good as it gets at corner. You know, he can make a lot of plays. So you got to know where he is and understand that, and you know, got a lot of respect for how he plays the game, how intelligent he is. So you know, I think obviously their defense is going through some stuff right now with injuries and everything else, and so, but we can't take these guys lightly. They're middle ranked in pretty much all defensive categories. You know, you wouldn't know that just if you just thought about the record and everything else. But they're still got really good defense, and they've caused some havoc. And the defensive coordinator Robert, you know, Coach Robert, he's amazing. Coach Law, he's done some amazing things with what they do on their pressure packages and everything else. So we got to be ready for those things.
To that point, the turnover differential between you guys and them is pretty stark. You've always been a quarterback who takes care of the ball pretty well since you've been here. Is that Pete Carroll harps on it's all about the ball? Have you always played that way, or did you come here and kind of have to adjust to make that a bigger focus?
Yeah, I mean, I think the football is everything. You know, football is everything in terms of scoring touchdowns and making plays, and in terms of field position, in terms of making sure the team stays on schedule. So you got to play aggressive, but you got to play smart. And I think that's always the thing that is always the hardest thing in the balancing act for playing quarterback. You know, just in general, just not as in high school, college, NFL, obviously. And so, you know, usually the teams and the players and the groups that can hold on to the football and also, but yet still be explosive with it, not be shy with the football, but still be explosive with it. Those are the teams and the players that usually cause havoc. And I think that for us, you know, our defense is making a lot of plays happen. You know, they punched the ball out 5-6 times last week, and we didn't get them all, but to see that, you know, we're making some plays, and in our offense, we've been very, very successful in holding on to the football and catching and running, and our receivers do a great job, our tight ends do a great job holding on to it, our running backs do, and so it's fun playing with the group of guys who get to play with, because we know that we're going to try to put our best foot forward every time and try to give us a great chance to win.
So what will it be like seeing Sherm on the opposite sideline this time around? Well,
like I said, I have tons of respect for Sherman, how he plays the game. You know, he's going to be a Hall of Fame corner. He's a guy that he meant so much to our football team, you know, when he was here, you know, and just how many plays he made. And, you know, the thing like I said, I think a couple of days ago or last week or something, you know, the thing that I think I respect about Sherm more than anything else is how he brings it every day at practice, even when he's hurt. You know, he always practiced. He always, you know, was out there. And, you know, he didn't have to be all-pro player, guy who's done so many different things, and he always was able to do that. And not just that, but he was always able to teach, you know, the younger guys as well. And so to be able to go up against him in practice every day would help my career and just help build you know, my understanding of the game and just confidence and everything else going on. It's one of the best corners. It prepares you, you know. So I'm grateful for that. And so going up against him is a tough challenge. You got to know where he is. He's extremely smart, like I said. He's got great hands. He can do it all.
Do you have a favorite Sherm memory?
When he tipped the ball up and we picked it off, and that was always the best one, just because we were able to go to the Super Bowl. You know, he made a great play on that play. Not too many guys in the world can make that play, and he was able to do that. And so many other things. Like I said, I think the things that I remember the most, though, is practice, honestly, just how he came to practice every day, hurt, dinged up, no matter what time in the year. He was always ready, and he was wearing the 2-5 jersey ready to practice.
Now that you're game planning against him, can you see the approach that Aaron Rodgers and others have taken, just not even throw his way in the past? And what is your feeling about that Sunday?
I think more than anything, you play the game how you see it, and you just trust your eyes, and he can make all the plays. So you got to understand that. Not many guys can make all the plays that he can make. But you drop back and you trust what you see and trust what you know, and you play aggressive, but you play smart, and you understand where he is for sure at all times.
Does it seem like they're using him the same way he was used here? Or?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same defensive calls in terms of their scheme and stuff like that. So, and he's he's playing the zone. He's also matching up man to man. When the game's on the line, he'll go man to man against sometimes the best receiver too, as well as you've seen in some of the games and stuff like that. So, he's still Sherm. He's still got the capabilities to do everything.
What was it like dealing with the headset issues in Carolina?
It's happen. It happens. Sometimes when you're playing football. The thing is, you got to know the game plan really well, and that's why you study so much and you prepare so much, and that's why Coach Schottenheimer and I spend so much time together just to be prepared. So it was no hiccup in our game and what we thought we could do and what we were able to do throughout the game.
Are you going to be able to get more involved in the receiver touchdown celebrations going forward?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should be involved in the touchdown celebrations. I'm not that good of a dancer, so I'm watching those guys. They can, they're having a lot of fun. As long as they're scoring, I'm cool. I'll be the photographer and sit back and watch.
Russ, 4 of the last 5 games are here at home. How important is it to get this W and kind of start this stretch on the right foot?
Well, the 4 of the last 5 being at home is a big deal. I think it's an exciting thing. We'll play the games anywhere we go, but to come home, it's exciting time. We feel like we've been away for so long, all season. We haven't been able to see our fans and feel the energy of our fans, and to be right in the midst of where we are in the journey of this season, with the team that we have and the fun that we're having and just the joy that we get to play with every day and the camaraderie is really exciting. So we're excited about bringing that back home to Seattle and being here in CenturyLink and playing in front of the 12s, which we feel like I said we haven't seen them all year. So to play the last 4 of the 5 in the month of December is going to be a big deal and exciting for us. So, but at the end of the day, you still line up. Like I always say, 100 yards, 53 in the third, and we've got to be ready to play one play at a time, one game at a time, and nothing's promised. You got to go do everything you can through your hard work and through your focus and keeping your head down. And I think that's the biggest thing for us. And I can't wait to see that continual maturation of what we're going to do and how we're going to prepare. We've done a great job of it so far, a really, really good job of it. And I'm excited to see how much further we can take it in the next month.
What can you tell us about Malik Turner? He kind of passed from you the other day.
Yeah, Malik's been great. Big Ten guy. Illinois. He's got great speed, got great hands. He studies like crazy. He sits up in the front of the room. He just asks questions, and he's been a great teammate to have. And he's gonna have a bright future in terms of his skill set and what he can do and what he can bring to the table for our team.
What has it been like having J.D. McKissic back at practice, and how do you imagine him fitting into the loaded backfield that you guys have?
Yeah, we got a loaded backfield, but I think the thing about JD, he's so explosive. He can catch the ball. He can run it really well. Whenever he kickoff returns, punt returns, he can do anything. So he's not afraid to run it downhill. Right down the A gap either. He can do it all. So we're excited. Just the thing about JD that he brings to the table that I think a lot of guys bring, but he has a special gift of bringing energy and joy to practice. He lights up the room, he lights up the field. So I'm excited just to have his energy around us of where we're already up here. Now he just takes it to another level in terms of energy and excitement. So we're excited about that.
So what have you seen from Rashad Penny? We've seen flashes of his production. What do you think he needs to do to be consistently at that level?
I think the biggest thing is just stay the course. I think that when you have one great game and you have another great moment and then you have a tough moment, you got to stay the course. You got to do the same things that got you there to be great and got you to the field, and continue to add one to two things that can help prepare you for the next time. And he's doing a great job of that. I think that the running back room really prepares at a high level, and they practice at a high level. They play at a high level. So he's just got to keep his head down and keep making plays.
Anything else? Thanks, Russ.
Yep, thank you guys. Yep, go Hawks. See ya. Taking these with me.